Good afternoon, good evening. What time is it? It's 6:15, it's 7:15, it's 7:15 Central European time, it's 6:15 Celtic Park's time. Tonight we play a team that is they're not shy when it comes to money, is it? I am running a bit late. Baz is on the bucky, I wish. No, I'm on the beers just now, but I was getting stuff ready for the live. There is going to be a watch along, so I'll just jump on to the land of this and Celtic FC. The team will be out just shortly, and I wonder if Brendan Rodgers is going to go full board with the team tonight. No mucking about tonight, Brendan. It is looking a bit cloudy and Como again. This is for the fourth and third position playoff. Way. It is just another friendly, and let's face it, Brendan Rodgers will use it as that. He will use it as a game. Will Stephen Welsh get a game tonight? Because Stephen Welsh is fit. Hurrah! I can hear you say, it's like, hurrah! Stephen Welsh is completely fit and he doesn't need an operation, and he might get some game time. I've given up on transfer talk, to be honest. I'm sacking it until Celtic announce somebody. I think we're all scunnered with the way. Let's just get the season started next week so that we can kind of forget about transfers and get back into watching Celtic play football. It's that Celtic. Stephen Welsh shouldn't wear a Celtic jersey again. He's honking. He's going to come in. No doom and gloom troops. Exactly, no doom and gloom tonight. I think we should just enjoy the game tonight. I think we should get ready for kickoff next week. Get ready for kickoff next week, and it's the start of the new season. Yes! Come on! Team news is out. There we go, the team news is out. I'm running late. The team news: Sinisalo, Johnson, Vickers, Trusty, Inamura, Bernardo, McCowan, Engels, Forrest, Tilio, Kenny. Tilio starts. What's Brendan Rodgers trying to do to us? Marco Tilio starts again. That Stephen Welsh is on the bench. Tierney's on the bench. I give up. I totally just give up. Right, let me get this onto. Let's replace Brendan's grumpy old face with the team. There we go. Have I cut the team short? What is going on with this? I've missed out half the players. No, I've not. Why has it done that? Let's get rid of that and get a new one up. Image. See, this is what happens when you've got to do it all live. There we go. That's better. Get the whole team right up there so we can all see it. Brendan Rodgers has made some fantastic changes tonight. It does start with Sinisalo in goals. Sinisalo in goals is a massive, massive one for me. Brendan Rodgers must be thinking, do you know what, Casper, you're a good mate of mine in that, but come on, mate, you're past it. I need to give young Sinisalo a chance because, let's face it, he's more agile, he's a bit more enthusiastic than you, and it's maybe a mistake keeping Casper on for another year. Sinisalo, Johnson, Carter, Vickers, Trusty, Inamura. Why is Kieran Tierney not starting? You would think that Brendan Rodgers would, at this late stage, would want to get your first team together for a full 45 minutes. In the midfield, you've got Paulo Bernardo, Luke McCowan, Arnie Engels. Callum McGregor's been dropped. McGregor's been dropped to the bench. Hurrah! I can hear the shouts around the thank fuck, everyone's happy. We're all happy. He's on the bench. No sign of Yamada. Nope. Yamada. Where is Yamada? Oh, Shun Yamada's on the bench. There we go, Celtic. There we go. Shun Yamada's on the bench. We'll keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't check. Osman's on the bench. Ben Summers is on the bench. Schmeichel, Dohan, Rice is on the bench. So that's 3 goalkeepers on the bench. Scales, Benji, Adamida, Yang, Shun Yamada, Donny Osmond, and Ben Summers, Dyson Maeda, Rio Hatate, Callum McGregor, Dane Murray, Donovan, Ralston, Welsh, and Tierney. So it's pretty much a full team swap around, I reckon, later on. He's going to do it, isn't he? He is going to do it. He's going to just change the team later on. You would think that you would want the last game before pre-season. Historically, the last game before pre-season is when you get your... We need Calmac to keep us in control. Better with Donna Summers on the bench, for fuck's sake. Tilio, why don't I get the joke? Marco Tilio wants away. That's the joke. Marco Tilio wants away from Celtic, and that's the fucking mad reality of it. He's agreed that he wants to go to Rapid Vienna, and Rapid Vienna have agreed a deal. They've agreed the price in principle. Everything was agreed, and then Celtic took him to Italy to play because we've not got any backup midfielders. It's only a friendly. Dave King, what are you doing on this channel? Beat it. Get away back to Sevco land with your fake taxis in South Africa. Just joking. Al-Ahli and Celtic. Yeah. Al-Ahli and Celtic. It's great, isn't it? But anyway, I would rapidly get Tilio out the door. Come on, you've got to give Marco a little bit of leeway. Come on, he could come good in the year 2040 with James Forrest still there holding up. Surely we can't lose to this Saudi mob. Embarrassing. Come on, they've got multi-millionaire players. I'm expecting us to get humped tonight. Seriously, I'm expecting us to get beat tonight. Brendan Rodgers I think he'll mix it up and play 2 different teams in 2 different halves. That's what I'm trying to tell the board. We need more signings as soon as possible. Donna Summers on the bench with more tears. Enough is enough. Oh man. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the game. It's going to tell us a lot about Brendan Rodgers' thinking. I want to see if he just sits there pure fucking raging. I've stopped listening to all the crap about who's signing and when. Yeah, so have I. I've kind of give up because I know they have some good players. Square Sausage Mick. That's why I'm expecting us to get done in tonight. I'm expecting us to get turned over easily tonight. Way too easily. Carter Vickers is off the pace. He's not up to match fitness. You know, he slows the game too much. Trusty. And you could say that's our big back too. Inamura, inexperienced at this level. Come on. Inamura against multi-million pound players. The Buns got embarrassed today. Needed a beating. Who cares about the Huns? I'm doing my Puma Kings turning up at Lennoxtown. Keep you up with a bladder ball. I'll do a job in the middle of the park for us. I bet you will. They're rich, they're losing. They just pay the ref 100,000 to make sure we lose. Yeah. Remember the last time we played Al-Ahli? Nah, can't remember that. I've probably blocked it from my mind. Wembley Cup 5-0. That was a few years back though. This team's garbage that we've got. Come on, they're a way better. They're better than what we are. Anyway. I'm just reading. Oh man. Under Mowbray. I can't remember. Jesus. I've wiped Mowbray out my head. It was a bad time to go to football, and losing on a cold, wet, dreeb night in Paisley. Gubbed Tony Mowbray was. You block that kind of stuff out when you're a Celtic fan. Do you know, if you've lived through the Leon Brady and Lou Macari years, that's enough to stay in your mind forever. So the whole Tony Mowbray was just a blip. It was nothing. It was like just a wee. Anyway, James is playing every pre-season game just to get a run out after Easter. I know. Oh man. That is the comment. James Forrest getting a run out in every single game, and then you'll see him on Easter when he comes back. No, you'll see him the week before the cup game, the cup final. You've got to make sure he's fit for the cup final so he can get his trophy. He comes out like this, James Forrest. Come on, I'll show you my medals. Anyway, when you look at the second half, I mean, there's Adam Ida to come on. I want to see if Shin Yamada comes on rather than Adam Ida. Adam Ida just doesn't. He looks off the pace. With a week to go to the league kicks off. I don't want to be doom and gloom, but Adam Ida's pash, and he's off the pace. Johnny Kenny is not the finished article. He's not a 30 goal a season striker. He's good, Johnny Kenny. He's good, but he's not a 30 goal a season striker. And I can't see Johnny Kenny banging in like double and trebles, and you know what I mean. And Forrest is basically Jesus, goes away, hides under a rock, and reappears at Easter. Oh man, someday I'll need to do an AI James Forrest as Jesus. He already looks like. But as I've said, until the green face, here's Danny Angus. Forrest will come back and will sell and be the player contender for Player of the Year, and we'll sell Yang for 10 million from January. Who's playing for Al-Ahli? Bookie's got his favourites. Are the bookies mad? Oh, didn't he? I'm bad enough. I thought I was talking about Barnes and Luby. Oh, we've got to remember. Come on, there's a lot of people on this channel that will always remember. Let's always look on the bright side of life, and I think that's what we do. We have no striker. Let's hope Yamada is an assassin. I think at this rate we're going to need the help of an assassin. Adam Ida's pish, so disrespectful, mate. He's not pish. I agree, he's not brilliant, but he's not pish. He's pish at the moment. He's way off the pace. He's nowhere near ready for the season. He's playing shite. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about his current form. His current form is pish. That's as simple as that. He's not ready for the season. Look. I've watched the Man City game from last season. I watched the Chelsea game from last pre-season. Every player was on fire. Players were on fire. Brendan Rodgers brimming from ear to ear, raging about the transfer situation again. But we were on fire. Adam Ida looks as if he's pulling a trailer behind him right now. Adam Ida's first touch is like a tackle assault. Right, that's enough to stick to Adam Ida, because he's still going to score 25 goals this season. Remember, I said that before I said he was pish. You know, it's all about opinions, and his form's pish. It's as simple as that. His form right now is pish. He'll come good. He will come good about October time when his fitness picks up. Adam Ida has a couple of goals to get his confidence. You can't, Jamesy boy, how long have we been saying that? He scored 20 goals last season. Everyone keeps on saying, and he's a couple of goals to get his confidence. If the boy still needs confidence boosts at this stage, he's at the wrong club. Because you cannot be at Celtic to consistently need to get a wee confidence boost. Not. Could you imagine Chris Sutton turning around to Henrik Larsson and saying, fuck, Hartson's needing a wee confidence boost. Hartson would have come around and fucking, I'll show you, Sutton, you big mind. Do you know what I mean? That would have been a scrap. You don't get time to need that wee confidence boosts at Celtic. You've got to be out there every single game, and that's the way it is at Celtic. Engels is definitely pish, says Isabel. So yeah, my mother used to clean floors with Ajax. Ajax wiped the floor with Celtic. Yeah, they did that. But dum. Strikers play on confidence. Either is short of it now. He's not short of it. He's not had the best pre-seasons. Engels is... Oh, God, here we go. Oh, my God. If Kenny gets played more, I want Murray to start the season. Yeah. Hi, Baz. Got a live in, mate. Perfect, Peter. Hartson never scored until October when he joined us. Exactly. Do you know, it's like fucking... It's like we just need to calm down. As long as we turn up next week, and as long as everyone goes... Do you know what? It reminds me of back in the day when we used to do gigs at raves and that, right? I mean, I'd be like trying to crash out backstage somewhere. And it was like, fucking trying to get your head down. It's like, you're on stage. You're on stage in like half an hour. And I'm like, fuck, I'll be fine. I'm trying to just fucking sleep. You know what I mean? And then when it comes to it, you just go, boom. And then that's it. You walk onto the pitch. First game of the season. Right, that's it. Shake off around. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. That's it. We're ready. Play the season. We're in. And it's just like that. They get in the mode. And I think that's what will happen with Celtic. Do you know, they'll be standing in the changing room and they'll be, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Get everybody to shout, fuck it, fuck it. Just get that frustration out them. And then that's it. We start the season and we'll be brilliant. Easy. Easy. Absolutely easy. We're all getting a little bit stressed out just because it's pre-season. Anyway, what about the team? What about the team in the second half? What keeper is going to get a shout in the second half? To me, I would actually I'd keep Sinisalo on for the 90 minutes. Sinisalo needs a game time. I don't know why they've got the boy Rice along, because he's not going to get a game. Ross Dohan, he's never going to get near the first team. He's not going to be near the first team. Schmeichel, would you bring Schmeichel on the second half? No, I'd keep Sinisalo on for the 90 minutes. Give Sinisalo 90 minutes. And I bet you he doesn't let in 4 goals, or even 5. Johnston, good to see Ali Johnston get back. He'll play 60 minutes. Cameron Carter-Vickers will play 60 minutes. That's just getting them game time, you know, getting their rustiness after the wee holiday. Cameron Carter-Vickers, he's an extended holiday. Trusty, that's just trying to see if the partnership will come back, if there's still a partnership there. Inamura, bringing him in with the 3 experienced guys at the back will tell us how good Inamura is. Kieran Tierney, I don't know why they've not got Kieran Tierney playing. I would go, if it was me, I would have had Sinisalo, Johnson, Carter-Vickers, Trusty, Tierney. In the midfield, I would have had Bernardo, Callum McGregor, and Hatate. Arne Engels on the bench. For the forwards, I would have had Dyson Maeda, James Forrest, and Johnny Kenny, because Adam Ida's he's not up to it. And it's looking like Johnny Kenny. I said this weeks ago when I did say that it looks like Johnny Kenny will get the starting position on the first day of the season, and I think I'm going to be right with that one. You've got a feeling that Forrest will pull up tonight. Don't say that. All strikers are judged on goals and how creative they are. Yep. Scales, Welsh, Tilio, Engels, Ida, Ralston are not Celtic class. Simple. Well, that's disrespectful to Welsh and Scales, because they've came through the system at Celtic, and you need a certain type of player that's came through the system. You moan about not bringing youth through for the system. It's these type of players that are great for keeping the Scottish contingent. Who's better at Scottish than Ralston at right back? Tell me a better right back in Scotland that's Scottish, and you'll not get one. And that's why Tony Ralston plays for Scotland every single game, and has done for the last couple of years at right back for the national team. Hello, we are the Tilio boys. Don't sing that. Scales has been man of the match in Champions League nights. Yeah, he has. Hopefully Shin gets some game time. Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he gets some. At least, I hope he gets more. I hope he gets the whole second half. I think Johnny Kenny gets the first half, and Shin Yamada We need a right back, Baz. Yeah, we need a right back. Aaron Hickey. Why can't Aaron Hickey keep Tony Ralston out of the Scotland team then? KT's better back. He's left back. He's left back. Tony Ralston's right back. It's different sides. You can see both Kenny and Sinisalo pushing for first team selection this season. Yep, Richard, I think that you're right for that one. And unless Johnny Kenny gets put out on loan. Got to see it. Kaiser's in the house. Ralston plays for because he was injured. We need the reserve league so Brendan can watch them play in competitive league. Brendan's not going to be here long enough to see Celtic be a reserve league. That will take a couple of seasons to come in. But we're not going to get into that chat tonight. Scales has made Champions League Team of the Week. Who was the last centre-back to achieve this at Celtic? I never said Hickey wasn't a right back. Somebody says that. Right, anyway, we're moving on. Baz out with Celtic. I don't really know any players in Scotland, so I don't know about other teams' players. Yeah, that's it. The Bricky rules. Both Shin Yamada and Inamura are fully fit, could play 90 minutes. We'll wait towards the end of the season, like Hitachi's first season. All players are good. We need to bring in more quality and depth to the squad. Let's forget about transfers and stuff. Let's just enjoy this game tonight. And now that we've seen the team, I couldn't even tell you who's in the other team. Is it even worth looking at them? Could all be double Dutch as far as I'm concerned. Let's see if they've announced their team. Yep. Does Ivan Toney play for them? See, don't know any other players. No, and nah. Looks like the goalkeeper's called Mendy. There's a fucking fly in here. I have no idea. I'm just going to enjoy the game. I'm not really concerned about them. McCowan can play for Toffee. Toffee. Baz, Paul, Tilio. What about Tilio? Let's Martin, no chance. I don't even know anything. There's a fucking get the fuck. See when there's a fly in the room. Mendy not from Chelsea, is it not? I have no idea. Don't watch English football. Don't even like English football. I'm not one of these ones that has two teams. A poll for Tilio. For what? He's leaving the club. We've agreed. What is it? 1.3 million with the club that we've got. Don't Baz, only makes it worse when you're not even another player. Why would I want to know any of a Saudi team's players? Who cares? At the end of the day, it's how we perform tonight. I'm looking for a good performance. I'm looking for Celtic fast attacking football. I'm looking for Celtic right off for the start, one touch pass. Do you know, no fucking about. Getting the ball up quick to Johnny Kenny. Tilio's got I have no idea why Brendan's playing Tilio, considering that he's going away to Austria. Uh, 1.3 boomerangs. Yeah. Where'd you get the wee boomerang logo from? Get a poll up, Baz. Get a poll up for what? Just watch Baz Celtic show going from Flex. Yang must not play. Yang. Never mind. Yang must not play. Yang's going nowhere, even though he's wanted. He's a wanted man by Norwich, and it's looking like Brendan Rodgers will make a full team change the second half. You're not going to win anything with this game, so you're not wanting to get anyone injured with only a week to go till the start of the new season. So it's all about giving these guys 45. You can see it happening. 45 minutes for this team, 45 minutes for the other lads on the bench. Give them the game time, and then you fly back to Scotland on. Well, I don't know if they'll fly back tomorrow, if they can pull the flight forward, or if it's just a flight that was already originally booked for the Monday. Brendan Rodgers may give the players some. If the flight is still booked for the Monday, they'll get time off tomorrow. They'll do a training session in the Monday morning, and then they'll fly back to Glasgow. Back in at training at Celtic Park on Tuesday, and then back at Lennoxtown. Training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, and then game day. Well, it'll be to the hotel. Be back to normal. It'll be training pitch on Saturday morning from Lennoxtown. They go back to Celtic Park, drop their cars off at Celtic Park, and then they get the bus out to the hotel. They stay the night at the hotel, and then it's the first pre-hotel night before the start of the season. We turn up to Celtic Park, we raise the flag, we let off some fireworks, no pyro, no party, but the SPFL let off fireworks inside Celtic Park, first game of the season, and then it's down to business, and all is forgotten, apart from the transfer window. Do you know, it's a case of what's went past has no bearing, do you know, and that's the way it is. How good we were last season has no bearing. We all start on 0 points. In fact, the time that Celtic play their first game, we're going to be 3 points behind some clubs, which is absolutely... I can't get my head around it. Why Celtic are the last game of the season, the last game of the day, or the weekend. I mean, the club that wins the league the previous season opens up the league. They start the new season. They start it. It's like, right, we've won the league, boom, flag... Celebrate, we congratulate you, we give a nod to you. That was last season, you were last season's champions. Back off, game on. That's it. O'Reilly cash paid for Engels, and Kyogo cash paid for covered Adam Ida. And no, it didn't. Baz Albion Ventura when we play the Huns at iBox. It misses a Hun. I don't know how folk can do that. I tried it once. Nah, I couldn't. And then I tried the Hearts fan once. Couldn't do that either. Just didn't work out at all. Just fucking horrible fuckers. Just can't do it. I respect anyone that can cross the divide sexually on an ongoing basis, but I'm Catholic and I just can't. Anyway, that's some team tonight. It looks like we're going to get humped again. Oh man. What time's the kickoff? The kickoff is in 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Just. Oh man. Hearts play on the Monday night. That's even worse. Larson will never be forgiven for passing to Chick Charlie. No, he won't. He won't. Can't make any predictable scores. Only interest in players' performance tonight. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and. Wife came from no, you can't, Teresa. I think if we take anything from tonight's game, it has to be all about performance. It has to be all about how well we play. Because let's face it, we've not played well this pre-season. I mean, you could look at the Newcastle game, you could look at the game in Portugal against Sporting, and you could say that the games went okay, but Newcastle were 1 week into their pre-season training, so I'm not going to look too much into that game. They come out and said this game came too early for us in pre-season. Celtic are about 5 weeks in front of us, physically, and it's shown. We're still in the mode of let's try our young players. They're at the place where we were, where we played Queen of the... Who was it we played fucking the first 2 games? God, it feels that long ago. Yang's lassie there. Well, let's hope so. No offence to the legends in the chat. The unwives. Oh my goodness. It's to let Sky cover as much as possible in English games. God, I've started a riot in the chat. Oh my goodness. Right, anyway, let me just do something else because I need to set up the watch along live and get that live because I will be taking a 5-minute break in between. Studio and public. That is now public. Let's get copy that and then just do that. Just double check it's all good. I'll stick that in there. How did you get the sausage? Guys, I'm not reading that one out loud. Oh, Jesus. 2-1 tonight. Paul Baird's in the house. Let's do a countdown timer to see how long it takes Paul Baird to say Brendan Rodgers out. I'm waiting. He's not even playing the game, he's just laughing. We got to 50 seconds and he's never said it. Boo. How's your apology letter going? It's what apology letter? You've got that song. I never read the comments at the start. There we go. Someone else, Dave Hislop, said it instead. But anyway, more chance of me winning Euros on Sunday than us winning this game. It'll take a good performance, and it would be a win would be a bonus. I'm no. Result means nothing in this game tonight. I mean, let's get serious again. Result means absolutely nothing. When you look at it, it is going to come down to insulting my taste in TV and music. Nothing like a woman scorned. I'll say it now, but as Brendan Rodgers out, Paul Baird. There we go. That's it. Normal. Everything's levelled out now, you see. It's like there's certain things that have got to be said in the chat before you really get into the show. And there's certain people have got to say certain things. And that's it. You've said Brendan Rodgers out, so it's all good. But anyway, tonight's game, I think we need to look more at the performances of the players. We need to look, and hopefully, well, it's not going to happen because he's not on the pitch, but it'll be interesting to see if Johnston comes in wide. He won't. He's never done that in his career with Celtic, but it'll be interesting to watch the formation because the formation says to me 4-2-3-1. It says 4-2-3-1 all day long, the formation. So you're looking at Sinisalo, obviously, in goals, Johnson, Carter Vickers, Trusty, Anamura. Straight back four. You've then got Paolo Bernardo, the holding midfield role. McCowan in front, Arne Engels playing just beside. In fact, you've got McCowan and Bernardo playing in the holding midfield role. Engels playing up front with Forrest and Tilio on either side of him. And then what it does do is it allows McCowan to make runs into the midfield. Then you've got Johnny Kenny who's up front on his own, but then him up front on his own, the wingers can go up, and then you've got a two. So you never know. That's how it could go. That's how it would go on the board. I should get the whiteboard. We'll do it on the whiteboard. Like old school. Get the whiteboard up and just fucking you go here. And then it's all about the substitutes, and the timing of the substitutes is paramount, and how many substitutes that Brendan makes at the one time. Because for me, it's set up for just wholesale changes. It's a nothing game pre-season. You know, Tilio has to perform tonight, nowhere to hide. He's getting sold. It doesn't matter what Tilio does. He's getting sold. He's on his way out. Celtic aren't going to go back on Rapid Vienna and say we're not going to sell you, because we are. I don't know what's the hold up been with that at all. 'Cause, I mean, Marco Tilio considered a done deal 6 days ago. 6 days ago. I mean, even the BBC were talking about it 6 days ago. Marco Tilio and Rapid Vienna from Celtic. Deal done with a loan fee of 350,000 and an obligation to buy for 1.3 million being triggered for the 23-year-old winger. Why he's still at Celtic, it tells us one thing. Brendan Rodgers can't let him go yet because we don't have a replacement. It's as simple as that. We don't have the players to be able to let him go. That's it. 350 grand loan fee with a 1.3 million fee for Marco. Let's hope he doesn't get injured. Because if Marco Tilio gets injured, we're all absolutely doomed. Because heaven forbid that Marco's with us until another season. These games are about minutes and legs, match sharpness, yeah. With a bit of the new tactics thrown in. Tilio hat-trick incoming. Celtic U-turn soon after. Nah, it can't be off topic. You reckon we'll get Tifo? No, I don't think there will be. You've got to remember the Green Brigade and Celtic PLC are not talking, and I don't want to get into that, but there won't be a Tifo for Flag Day, not from the Green Brigade. They weren't allowed them towards the end of last season. They weren't allowed one on Flag Day, so you know Celtic and the Green Brigade haven't been speaking. So I'm not fussy anymore. I think the Celtic fans need to start making as much noise as they can without having the reliance on the ultras. That's just my thoughts on it. This is a 4-3-2-1 formation, said Richard. Yep, that's what I said. It's on Celtic TV. It is on Celtic TV, but I'm going to watch it on something else. I'm going to watch it on this. Ad blocker. It's not on that. It's not going to be starting yet anyway. Celtic. Al-Ahli v Celtic. Oh, what just happened there? Well, that link's not working. There we go. It's working now. Right. Heaven forbid Brendan Rodgers will be here for the whole season, says Paul. Why is Tilio playing if he's sold? I have no idea, Somerset Tham. I have no idea. I just think it's one of those things where we have, if you look at the bench for Celtic, wingers that are on the bench, Dyson Maeda and Yang and maybe Benji. I've still to see where, if I don't think Benji is a winger. Having seen him play, he doesn't seem to have the pace that we need as a winger. I don't see him as a winger. I mean, he played the holding midfield game with Newcastle, against Newcastle. We played that brilliant with Callum McGregor. And I thought, yeah, maybe he's been brought in, he's going to play that position. But as it stands, we've got Dyson Maeda and Yang as the only wingers on the bench. I mean, that's poor from Celtic. Having to rely on James Forrest. I mean, James Forrest should be a luxury at this stage. He should be a luxury. He should be a fifth winger. I mean, you're wanting two wingers for each position, but James should be a fifth extra added one that's just brought in out of cold storage at Easter time. Holidays over, boys. Time to get down to business. Yep. Dave, I'm still waiting to see which one of the streams come up. I was going to watch it on Celtic TV, but Celtic TV is always way behind for me. It's always way behind. It's about a minute behind, which is no good. When I was watching it on VipBox, it was right up to pace. Why would Celtic do this to a team that was on the way up? Fans, we need to make some noise over it. Peter, that's an ongoing stuff. Celtic are never going to change. Celtic will never change as a club. Can't see them changing anytime soon. Where they'll build from a position of strength. You can go back to 2003 under Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill wanted us to build from a position of strength when we got to the Europa Cup final. And we didn't. We regressed again then under Martin O'Neill, under Gordon Strachan. We kind of went backwards again. Celtic have this thing of cycles that they seem to go through. So we'll just wait and see. I mean, for me, it's just about getting back down to business now. We can all get excited and we can all throw tantrums about the state of the transfer window at this point. We've still got a month and just about a month and 4 days to go or something to the end of the transfer window. So I think just getting back to football, supporting the team, enjoying the league season being back up and running, and looking forward to the Premier Sports Cup game, which is on the 16th and 17th. Do you remember that the draw for that is tomorrow? So we might go live when that draw is getting done. So we've got the Premier Sports Cup to look forward to. Brendan Rodgers got put out of that 2 seasons ago. He won it last season. It'll be interesting to see how ready the team are for that game. And then we've got Champions League qualifier. So there's a lot of football to be played before we get the big signings on transfer deadline day. And what makes it even more interesting is transfer deadline day finishes at 7 o'clock at night. So it's okay, Celtic thinking, yeah, you've got till midnight. You've only got till 7 o'clock at night. So come 5:30 at night, you've really starting to think, fuck, we need to start getting our shit together. It's where Celtic they phoned Luke McCowan at 11 o'clock at night and said, mate, you better head towards Celtic Park, we're signing you. An hour before the deadline. An hour. So you're talking about 6 o'clock at night. You can imagine the traffic. You imagine the traffic as well. So that adds to the spice. You're talking about the end of rush hour time. Rush hour's still going on. I mean, the roads are just mayhem. If you've got somebody that's the other side of the country, and it's like you need to head to Celtic Park, there's a crash on the M8 and it's shut down for 2 hours. It's like it's just there's all sorts of craziness can happen on deadline day now. I could see players actually been trying to make their way to Celtic. I think there'll be players actually having to sign contracts on their phone. And it's like, we'll fax you this. Could you sign it on your phone and send it to us and we'll just get the paperwork done, even if you're not here in time? It's going to be completely bonkers. I mean, finishing transfer deadline day at 7 o'clock at night, whoever came up with that idea it's nuts. It's completely nuts. Celtic will try and sign in 6 players at 6:30. Yeah, they will, won't they? It's going to be absolute madness. It's going to be funny to watch. I mean, Sky News is going to be hilarious. Sky Sports News will be hilarious that day because it's interesting when it's at night because you've got the roads are empty and it's like players are fucking, sack the accountants, we're too rich, says Cycle Boy. Experiment, morph Tilio into Yang into one player, call him Ting. No. Our business isn't concluded in the next 4 weeks. We are in shambles of our club with 5 weeks left, says Brown Warrior. Yeah. Let's just look forward to the game tonight. I think that's we need no good with the gadgets bad, says Hank. I think we all need to just relax and forget about transfers and just hope that this team performs. I'm wanting big performances tonight from Cameron Carter-Vickers. It'll be interesting to see how fit Alistair Johnston is after his him being married just a couple of weeks ago. It'll be interesting to see Inamura, because Inamura is going to be coming in more like Greg Taylor in this match tonight. It'll be interesting to see him playing with a higher level of standard of player at the back. Paulo Bernardo running the show from the midfield. He has got some passing range on him, and Paulo Bernardo is the most underrated player at Celtic. Yes, he did cost us £6 million, but the creativity that Paulo Bernardo has, the foot movement that he has, the ability to take on players and twist and turn in midfield and then turn and move forward. This is what we don't have right now, is somebody that can do all that and move forward. Paulo Bernardo can do that in abundance. It's a big game for Paulo Bernardo, because you're thinking he's actually the man to replace Callum McGregor in the midfield as it stands just now. You've then got Luke McCowan. Luke McCowan's good, but you have to say, Champions League level ready, standard, great squad player, understands his position in the squad, and he can score goals outside the box. He can score a goal, and that's all you're wanting from him. You're just wanting some good game time, some good numbers into his legs tonight. Forrest, Engels, well, a lot of people will be looking at Engels and saying he needs to show why he's £11 million worth. You know, this is the calibre of player that Engels thought he should be playing against. Let's see why you're £11 million worth. And if you can prove tonight that you are a top player, he's only 21-year-old. We're putting a lot of pressure on a young guy. If he came through the Scotland setup, you'd be thinking, fuck, just give him time. He's not getting time. It's coming into his second season at Celtic. He got time the first season. People were saying that, you know, he was an expensive penalty taker. He's had the pre-season that Brendan Rodgers talks about, the importance of a pre-season, understanding everything about, you know, the way we play and getting that into him. It's a massive one for him, because he needs to hit the ground running. If not, fans will get on the back of Arne Engels right at the beginning of the season again, which I think is unfortunate, but it's the way that the Celtic support are going at the moment. And then when you look further forward, James Forrest, he's not going to last 90 minutes for 50 games. You know, James Forrest, for me personally, is a luxury player. He's a player that you bring on with 10 minutes to go just to annoy the defence. It's James, just go on and fucking take the piss out of them. You know what I mean? 20 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. Stick on James Forrest. Wee pocket rocket. Here comes the old man to take the piss out of you. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're 3-0 up, put on James Forrest, another team goes, oh, fucks. Do you know, it's one of those things. That's what James Forrest should be used for. You know, give the guy credit. He's played every pre-season now for, what is it, 17 pre-seasons or something. The guy's a legend. He's the most decorated player ever for Celtic. And yes, he deserves to be there, because he's still the best, apart from Dyson, he's the best winger that we have just now. And that's just insane. When you think of the wingers that we've had at Celtic, that James Forrest has seen come and go over the years, you're thinking to yourself, has there ever been a time that you just wanted to say, fuck it, I'm going to go to another club? I mean, it must have been close once or twice when he's not been getting played. But he's just stuck in there, and he's stuck in there. And he's like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm a Celtic player. I've always wanted to be a Celtic player. And he's not going anywhere else. And then you look at the other side of the wing. Got a little Australian, Marco Tilio, who's getting sold for 1.3 million. Well, he's getting loaned out for a season with an option to buy. Is it an obligation or an option? Where is it? Where's the Marco Tilio one? It's an obligation to buy. So they've got to buy him. Maybe they've went, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean we have to buy him? Oh, I don't know about that, like. Not too sure. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe Rapid Vienna went, yeah, we'll take him on loan. And when they've read the fine print and went, obligation to buy, they fucking John. I thought it was option. You Scottish need to speak proper. I thought you said option. Maybe that's what's put on hold. I don't know. But I think it's more the fact that we don't have any wingers. Anyway, the obligation to buy for 1.3 million being triggered for the 23-year-old winger. Luis Palma's left the building. He's went over to Poland. And that's it. Combine Kenny and Brendan Rodgers and you have Kenny Rodgers. Hey, there you go, Jamesy boy. Oh, Jesus. Everyone knows that wait to the last minute for signings, it gets you fleeced. It does. It does get you fleeced. Yarmada has to get the name the Milkman. Why? Oh. Should we do a score prediction before we kick off onto the Watch Along Live channel? I will just put that one up again. Because I think Palmer played today. I wonder how he got on. No idea. Once they leave Celtic, that's it. There's no point in looking back. The Milky Bars are on me. Terrible chat. Terrible chat. He's Shin Yarmada. Let's just read into some of the comments. Forgot his Celtic through and through. He never wanted to leave. Don't think leaving is ever entered to say. I don't think so either. I think there was once that was it no Lennon that inquired? No, it was the Scott Brown. Scott Brown phoned him, didn't he? Scott Brown phoned him and said, "Fancy it, James," and he went, "Fuck it, Bruni, come on, mate. I've got to become legendary status here." Right, I'm going to do Al-Ahli. Al-Ahli. Whoa, I'm going to say 3. Celtic 3. There we go. There's my score prediction. I could be completely wrong. We'll sell Engels for 30 to 40 million. Poof. Celtic Boy 67 says it's going to be 2-0 to Celtic tonight. Spurs tried to get Forrest. Ange Postecoglou, that's right. Hello from Dublin. How's Dublin this evening? 3-2 for my coupon. 3-2 Celtic. Big CCV is El Capitano. Yes, he is that. Cameron Carter-Vickers is captain tonight. He is captain tonight. Let me just see if this stream recommended links. Is a Champions League game that's shown. Can he play as bad as that second half the other night? Says Stuart. Uncle Stuart's in the house. 30 to 40 million. What rupees? I reckon we'll get beat 4-1 tonight, says Gareth. Hopefully we'll win about 2-1. Arne Engels. Either 0-0 or 1-1. I don't think so. I mean, it's defensively, you worry about Inamura. You would say that Inamura was the weak point in this team. Do you know, inexperienced, only a year and a half, 2 years into his full-time career as a football player, playing aside 3 potential international players that have played at the top level. Do you know, if it was a young boy coming through the team, you'd be like, fair play to him. But the fact that he has come in for just 250 grand, it does make you worry. But, do you know, we paid 650 grand for a wee striker that had dreadlocks, and he turned out to be Stephen Walsh hat-trick. If Stephen Walsh comes on and scores from a header, he'll be sold within the week. Yamada will score the winner on 3-2. I think Schmeichel is the weak link. Yeah, Stevie, I said it. Nicholson is the weak link, Baz. I hope that Sinisalo, personally, I hope that Sinisalo gets 90 minutes. I hope he does. I hope he gets 90 minutes. because I think that watch the first half. This is my go-to watch person, right? Baz looks a bit like Anne Robinson. Like Anne Robinson, really? Have I got that much hair? Watch tonight. Watch the first half to see how well Sinisalo's distribution is for the ball. Right? Watch how quick he gets the ball out, quicker than Kasper Schmeichel. Watch how quick that he throws the ball out to players, how he mixes it up. That's going to be very important in the first half. I'm glad Sinisalo's playing. Yes, so am I. I think he's going to be a fantastic player for Celtic. Right, I'm going to have a 5-minute break. Make sure that you jump on to this video and we will get you there. Schmeichel's been really poor since the Bayern game. Yep. Brianna has been in the weak link. Yep. Baz, you're the weakest link. Goodbye. God, Michelle, you're so just Jesus. At least I'm not sacked, I suppose. You're the weakest link. Where's the outro?